Somebody tell me what those are. What are those? Those are traps. The trap animals. What is the purpose of a trap? What is the purpose? Shakuka, what's the purpose of a trap? To catch something with the intent to do what? Am I catching it because I want to take care of it and nurture it and help it grow? Because that first one right there doesn't look like I'm catching something to help it and to make it grow. So what is the purpose, Naila, of the trap? To kill it, to capture it, to stop it from doing whatever it's doing that's invading my space. So I put down a mouse trap because I don't want mice in my house. I set up a bear trap because I want to catch and kill a bear. And so the purpose of the trap is to catch, to contain, not to nurture, not to make it grow, but to kill it. If you had the opportunity to interview one of these animals, what do you think they would say about the traps? How they feel about the trap? What do you think they would say? Heaven, what would they say? They would wonder why you want to kill them. Can anybody imagine a time where one of these animals would intentionally, purposefully run into one of those traps? Could you imagine that happening? Why would one of these animals, why would they purposefully run into a trap? You could just shake your head no, because I'm pretty sure that's what you're thinking. And so these animals would never, ever see one of those traps and say to itself, I want to go into that trap because it's going to kill me. That would make no sense. So I have a question for you. If these animals are smart enough to see those traps and not on purpose go into it, why would anybody want to be in a trap? Why would anybody want to be in a trap or live in a trap house? Or why would they want to be a trap king? Or be a trap queen? That's the question I ask myself, because many of you a couple of weeks ago when Miss Thomas presented the Adele song and she said, I love music and I love the beat to the music that you guys listen to, and I would love to listen to some of your music and embrace it, but the lyrics just don't really line up with things that she believes in. And a few people chuckled because you guys know what she's talking about when she's talking about the lyrics. And as you see some of these images, I can see some of your faces lighting up like, oh yeah, I know that guy, or I know that song. I'm pretty sure many of you heard that song. Yeah. So I'm going to ask all the young ladies to stand up, please. Young ladies, answer me this question. How many of you think that your purpose and the only thing that you are good for is getting high and cooking drugs? Young men, how many of you think that the only thing that the women in your life, your mothers, your sisters, your aunts, your cousins, how many of you think that the only thing they are good for is getting high and cooking drugs? I didn't think so. So, when Miss Thomas says the lyrics don't match you either. But that's what you're forced to listen to, because the music that your body is naturally used to, the drum beats and all that kind of stuff that makes you move, on top of that is this. And that's why we fight every day. Young men, sit down. This. That's why we fight every day this, because we try to give you the truth while outside of here, you're being fed the trap. We try to show you real kings and queens instead of trap kings and queens. We try to show you how to build houses and mansions and not live in a trap house. That's the battle that we fight every day. And it's the trap that you guys sometimes don't see. Because all you're exposed to is the trap. And so, who's better off in this picture? The person on the right or the person on the left? Everybody should say right. Why is the person on the right better off than the person on the left? Why is the person on the right better off than the person on the left? Over here, he's watching out for where he's going. He's got signs. You know what those signs represent? Education. The guy on the left has nothing telling him different than what he's about to step into, the trap. The guy on the right has education. He could still step into the trap, but he has something, he has other options. He has another choice because somebody's telling him, watch out, look out for this, watch out for this. That's what your education does for you. It's not just about learning how to read, write, and do math. It's so that when you are faced in a situation where you could fall into a trap, you have other options that you can take. For you 8th graders, in 4 short years, you're going to be sitting in the same place in a high school somewhere, about to walk into the real world where there's a whole lot of these traps. And if you don't have the education, you're going to fall right into them. Ask me how I know. I got family members, friends that are stuck in a bunch of these traps right now and can't get out because they don't have enough education to know how. And they don't have enough people surrounding them. They don't have the right people surrounding them trying to teach them how to get out. And this is the thing. Being out of the trap doesn't mean you have to be out of the hood. Because you can still be cool, you can still be hood and not be stuck in the trap. You could be king of the hood without being king of the trap. Like this guy. I know Cam. So, Cam on Sunday, down, dabbing, doing all this, everything. Cam is cool. Cam is cool. But Cam is a king of his hood. Not because he knows all the cool dances, not because he wears all the cool sneakers or got a cool haircut, not because of that. Cam is king of his hood because this is the stuff you don't get to see on Sunday. Oh. You don't get to see, well, you might get to see Cam giving a football to a young fan in the stand every time he scores. And because of what he's done, everybody on his team, when they score, they also give the football to a young fan in the stand. King of the hood without being king of the trap. You can see Cam giving out food on Thanksgiving in his hood. King of the hood without being king of the trap. You see Cam chest bumping, a cancer survivor. King of the hood without being king of the trap. You see Cam giving over a check from his foundation to people less fortunate. Giving back to his hood without setting them up for traps. And so you can still be cool, you can still be fly, you can still have the nicest haircut, the coolest clothes, and still not be caught up in some of the traps that your hood has out there set up for you. And so my message to you today is that I want you to be like Shamar, who just won an award yesterday. The coolest kid out there. But when it's time to work, he puts in the work. And so he's going to be a king. He's already a king. But he's going to build even more of his empire as he leaves here and as he moves on, because he understands that he could be this guy the same as he could be the coolest kid. and he can build up people around him and not take advantage of the people around him and still be who he is. And so hopefully this is a message that you would want to share with somebody. I'm going to share it. Later on, when I get home, I'm going to log on to all these places and I'm going to share my message with everybody out there. And I hope that you do too. I hope that you take your video and instead of posting a video of somebody fighting, you post a video of somebody sharing a positive message that's going to change their life and help them get out of some of these traps. I'll leave that up there, so if you want to check out the video, if you didn't get a chance to film it, I'll post it up on my Facebook page, and you can follow me there. Thank you guys very much.